It's been 82 days since Dartford and Taunton Town were scheduled to meet here at Prince's Park, but that one was postponed due to a frozen pitch. Finally, we get the game underway then on a Thursday night here in Dartford. Dartford hosting Taunton Town in a big game for both sides. The team news then for Dartford. It's Ben Dudzinski in goal with Jordan Winter, Connor Essam, Tom Bonner, Luke Colson, Luke Allen, a debut for Bobby Dunn, Maxwell Statham, Harvey Bradbury, Junaid Mead, and a first league start for a good while for Marvin Herschel. On the bench then Richard Chin, Kieran Murta, Jack Smith, Pierre Fonku and Malachi Napa. The visitors team then, Jack Bycroft starts in goal with Nick Grimes, Dan Ball, Jake Wannell, Ollie Chamberlain, Lloyd James, Nat Jarvis, Joe Guest, Cameron Evans, Dave Sims-Burgess and Dylan Morgan. Is a three-man bench for Taunton with Nick McCooty, Ross Stern and Zach Smith completing the Peacock squad. Glance down and Taunton can play now from the middle of the park. Swept backwards to the captain Nick Grimes. He shifts onto the right-hand side for receiving it back. Getting his head up and looking to play a long switch of play, which is dropped onto the head of Maxwell Statham. He nods it infield. Bobby Dunn nudges it on towards Luke Allen, but it's a pair of them lose out, and Lloyd James can bring it forward now for Taunton. Stands the ball up into the area, nodded down for the number 22 on the edge of the box who can shoot. And I think Connor Essam got a crucial block to deflect that wide and behind for a corner. And it comes in towards the near post. Good ball in, goes all the way through. Cannons off someone and out of the penalty area, but it's going to come straight back to Lloyd James, who can reload the ball into the area if he wants to. He'll go to Ollie Chamberlain instead. He drives to the edge of the box, looks to get a shot off on goal, strikes the post, and then offside against the number 9, Nat Jarvis, who taps into the empty net. Dartford have got to wake up here under real pressure, and very fortunate that Ollie Chamberlain's effort from the edge of the area didn't pick the far corner out. Crashed against the crossbar. Everyone back for Taunton and pretty much everyone up for Dartford. Luke Colson with it, an away swinger in towards the area. It's just over Marvin Herschel, glanced away, but it'll drop to Junaid Mead on the edge of the box. He's going to send a ball wide left for Luke Allen. Crossing coming in now from Luke Allen's right. It's a good ball in, glanced off the post, and it almost drops for Marvin Herschel before Taunton can clear, but only as far as Luke Colson. Still everyone back here for Taunton as the ball comes back into the area. Glanced on, drops for Tom Bonner on the edge of the area, and that really would have been a moment and a half. It was a great ball in from Luke Allen, right in the corridor. The header, didn't see who quite got the header on it, just glanced in towards the far corner. After we'll get the throw. Statham onto Luke Allen, gives it back to Max Statham, plays it in towards Luke Allen once more. Foot comes in and Taunton can half clear, but it's smashed against Marvin Herschel, and it means it'll drop the way of Luke Allen! Oh, it's tipped onto the bar, I think. Jack Bycroft must have got a fingertip to it. On his left peg, Luke Allen. Looked as though he was going to repeat the feat of Monday afternoon against Dover with another stunner. I think, and Dartford will play out from the back once again. Essam launches forward, headed away. Luke Allen gets stuck in the middle of the park, comes for Jordan Winter, hooks it forward. Bradbury glances it over to Richard Chin. He nods it onto Marvin Herschel, brings it down. Herschel pokes it through to Harvey Bradbury onside, but not a lot arriving in the middle for the cross. We'll come back to Herschel now. Still the area, not a lot in there. Herschel strikes at goal at the near post. Bycroft, at the second time of asking, claims after a little bit of a fumble. On it comes from Smith once more, this time to Dylan Morgan, who comes inside Richard Chin. Good work from Chin to stick with him. Back to the left-hand side now as Taunton look to work an angle for a ball into the area. In it comes, almost catches Dudzinski out, who was back-pedalling. It goes onto the roof of the net and behind for a goal kick. Throw in then over on the far side for Taunton. Wannell takes it, brought down by McCooty. Backing into Max Statham. Finds Lloyd James. He plays it back in towards a Taunton player who's picked up space in the area. He can shoot straight at Ben Dudzinski, who just fumbled it slightly before pouncing on the loose ball. Dartford won it fairly late against Dover, so we'll see a winner here. Dudzinski sends this long. Doesn't quite fall for Chin. Taunton can bring it away now on the left-hand side with Zach Smith. Richard Chin looking to stick with him, play beyond him and Statham. For the number 22, Dylan Morgan gets inside Richard Chin, looks to cross in his right boot in towards Makuti, flicked on, will call him for Ross Stern at the far post. He smashes the ball in towards the area, which deflects behind for a corner kick. And it comes from James in towards the near post, away by Mercer, will drop out to the edge of the area. Play back to James, who plays the ball in on the outside of his boot. Chaos in the area before it's forced in at the back post. Taunton Town, with 4 minutes to play here, look to have secured all 3 points at Prince's Park. There was chaos in the area after the ball was played in on the outside of Lloyd James's boot. And with really the first attempt on goal that either side have mustered in this second half, has found its way into the far post via Cameron Evans. The referee will blow, and Dartford will taste defeat for the 3rd time in 5 games. And there is the full-time whistle. Victory for Taunton Town at Prince's Park, who do the double over Dartford. A disappointing display for the Darts, who couldn't break down a rigid Taunton back line.